Dave, you called the show, why?
Steve, I called this show because my wife of going on 9 years has constantly accused me of cheating, sleeping with prostitutes, cheating with customers. I'm a tow truck driver. She's seen how some other tow truck drivers are cheaters, but that's not everybody. That's not me. We were separated for about almost 2 years, and in that time, I was with somebody, and she was aware of it, too.
And she knows about it.
Yeah, she was aware of it, yeah.
But since when you're with her, when you were committed to her?
Yeah, while we're together, there's never been any cheating. I got incarcerated for about 18 months for a theft-related thing in 2003. When I get released, found out she'd been cheating with some guy, and when I confronted her about it, she bailed, she left the state, she left, dropped off the face of the planet for about 1.5 years.
And how many children did you have together?
We have 8. 4 are her from her previous, and 4 are ours together. She split for 1.5 years.
She just took off.
Yeah, she just took off.
And you took her back. And now you have a 1-week-old baby, right? Mm-hmm. You suspect you may not be the father of that baby.
I mean, you can't blame me for doubting because of what happened before. There's a slight doubt.
Did you ask her? Did you sleep with anybody?
Yeah.
And what did she say?
Absolutely denies it, 100%. She says she'll take a lie detector test, and
you took.
I do the same thing too. Yeah.
You love this woman?
Yeah.
You look at her and you say, that's a good wife?
Yes, I do.
So she has cheated on you before.
Yeah.
She's left you, took your kids.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you're able to kind of like accept it and be with her, and you say you still love her.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you a good husband to her?
I think I'm a great husband.
Hard worker, good provider?
Yes, sir.
And you don't sleep with other women?
Never have, never cheated.
One of your children was born with meth in his system. Why would you stay with a woman that's smoking meth when she's pregnant?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Is she a good woman?
She is when she's off that crap.
And how long has she been off that?
Over 1 year now.
Let's bring Julie out.
You know what? I cheated on you with what's his name because you left to jail for 2 years, David. 2 years.
Well, excuse me, but you kept telling me that everything was cool.
You left me alone with all our kids. I couldn't pay the rent, couldn't pay the bills, lost the place, and left.
Why did you let me continue thinking that everything was cool?
Yeah, I went to prison, and she left with this other guy. Why did I leave with the other guy?
Why did you let me think that everything was copacetic?
You know what, David? You have no room even saying anything.
I'll tell you what,
it's your fault for leaving me.
I never ever cheated on you. I never cheated on you. All I did was try to be a good husband. I know I screwed up when I went to jail.
Okay, so whose fault is it that I took off with the other guy? Whose fault, David?
It's not my fault. I didn't tell you. You were married. We're married.
So this baby that's you recently...
This baby I just had a week ago is his.
It's his baby.
100%.
100%. And why do you think he's cheating on you?
I'm not sure. I'm not saying he is. That's why we're here. I don't know if for sure he's cheating on me.
But you ever, smell perfume on him? His underwear's not on when he comes home?
One day, that was last year on Thanksgiving. I told him, I smell perfume on you. He said it was some guy's cologne.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I got a couple of good friends that I see that when we see each other, what's up, brother? Give each other a hug.
He took a lie detector test before the show, as you did.
I did too, yeah.
And what happens if he fails the lie detector test?
If he fails, well, I guess I don't know. He is a good dad.
What about just having faith in your man?
The DNA test that you took before the show concerning all 4 of the children, Dave, you are the father of Julie's 4 children.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gotta be a good feeling.
I can't tell you how good.
Julie, you took a lie detector test before the show. And in the past year, have you had sex with anyone besides your husband?
No.
Are you currently having sex with anyone besides your husband?
No.
And the results of your lie detector test is your wife told the truth. You're not going to cheat on this beautiful woman, right?
It's just not me.
Okay. Results for David's lie detector test. Have you ever been unfaithful to your wife?
No.
In the past year, have you had sex with a prostitute?
No.
In the past year, have you had sex with anyone besides your wife?
Nope.
Are you currently having sex with anyone besides your wife?
No way.
And the results of your lie detector test, and to all the questions, David has not told the truth.
You see, I told you.
That's some That's some
Told
to
you.
all the questions.
To all the questions. To each and every one, you failed every question.
I
have you been
told you,
unfaithful?
David.
Have you had sex
Now
with a
what?
prostitute?
Oh my
Now
God.
what?
I don't believe this.
No, don't walk away. I
I'm
told
not
you.
gonna walk away. I'm not gonna walk away. There's nothing I can say. I can't sit here and dispute a lie detector test, but all I could tell you is I've never cheated on you. I've never.
The lie
ever.
detector test doesn't lie.
Your first response was to all the questions?
You know what?
David,
Hey, you know what?
This is
Let's
so- this is-
seriously cut the okay?
Steve, there's none. There's none.
You failed every question. You didn't pass one. And your first response is all the questions like, yeah, I knew I was going to fail on some of them.
I don't know what to say.
well, you better say something now.
Every question I failed. Every one. It couldn't have been just maybe one or two, but it had to be every one. But it's not. Isn't there a chance it could be wrong?
No, you're lying. you just, you know, you look like a liar, you sound like a liar, you're acting like a liar. I mean, that's the truth of it. You can't hide that. You have 8 children together.
I can't explain that.
Well, that's your wife, that she has to live with that. You know, it doesn't matter if I believe you or not. This is your marriage. This is your wife. These are your children. Good luck. As you know, this show was over. And I went backstage and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I've never done this in the 3 years I've done this show. I couldn't let it go. The lie detector examiner said it was off the charts that this guy was lying. He could sell ice to an Eskimo, but he's lying. And I'm sitting back there and I could just move on and go do another story, do another show. But I'm like, no, I just can't go on. I got to stop. And when I came back and I said, I'm going to give you a chance to go back out and tell the truth, right? Right?
Right.
Here's your chance.
Do you remember?
No, I don't.
You don't remember me talking about hanging out with? This is when we first started getting back together when we were at.
Don't
was
give me
fooling
that.
around
Don't give me that,
I was
David.
fooling around with. That was it.
I don't want to hear that. No.
That's all I have to give you, Julie. That is it.
Were you sleeping with her?
A couple of times.
You lied to me, David. You lied. You told me.
If it's believable,
told me.
I'm going to tell you
You
something.
never
I'm going to
cheated
tell you
on
something,
me
and whether or
with
not you believe
anybody
me or
else.
not,
With
the
anybody
truth
else
is,
if it wasn't
it's
that
something
other
that
girl.
I must have suppressed so far because I didn't even remember it till now.
What about the prostitutes?
There's no prostitutes. You know what?
Are you suppressing that too?
I'd be more than happy.
I didn't remember and I suppressed it and all
Maybe
this.
I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
What else don't you remember?
I can't
huh?
explain.
What
but
else don't you
all
remember?
there was her.
Did you give her any money?
No, she's a high school friend.
Well, you failed everything on that, so it's not a big leap to think, well, you know, you failed cheating on your wife,
You know
failed
what?
sleeping
I
with
don't-
prostitutes, you failed them all.
I don't
and
believe
at
you,
least,
David.
the one thing I'll give you credit, I went
blame
back and gave you the chance to tell the truth. At least you gave your wife some truth. You know you lied about everything. You know, you're off the charts liar. And even the things that you say, and even now suppressing and all that, you didn't suppress anything. You
it's just-
deceived.
I-
I'm glad you gave her something, and I hope that you guys can work it out. You got 8 children to think about, and maybe, just maybe, both of you can just sleep with each other.